Alright boys and girls, I hope you're having a lovely day, okay? Today guys, I want to do a cheeky little game room tour for you guys, okay? It's been slightly over a year since I've shown you guys my game room. Obviously when I did that game room tour, I only just moved into this house. So I did like a full-on house tour, okay? Because I knew some of you guys would be curious about my new house. And obviously I've been living here for just over a year now, so things have changed. Most of these rooms are pretty much the same as they were before, lads, okay? My office hasn't changed all that much, my bedroom hasn't changed all that much, but my game room has changed a lot. I've added a lot of things to my game room, so I kind of figured it was worth showing you guys an updated version of my game room, okay, because there's a lot of things I want to show you guys. Yeah, I'm not going to be showing you guys my whole house, because again, like, not much has really changed in any of the other rooms, okay, so there's not much point, but I will show you my game room today, okay, so let's stop wasting time, okay, let's just jump straight into it. Okay then guys, so we are entering the game room, okay, now I do want to start this off by apologizing for any sort of blurriness. There's just some like autofocus problems at the beginning of this tour for some reason. As you guys can see here, you know, Liverpool fans, obviously I've got some like football stuff here, a couple of like Coke and Pepsi bottles there that I've just collected. I don't know, I just kind of like them. Coming over to like where the entrance is, we've got this like Judge Dredd poster. This was actually a gift from my brother. He actually made this for me and I was like really chuffed with that. Yeah, just really happy. He took like a comic and just like, you know, just made it in smart work and I just thought it was awesome. So that was a really cool birthday present from him. Below that, we've got some Funko Pops here, okay? We've got some Avatar The Last Airbender ones, which is an absolutely amazing show. We've got some SpongeBob ones there, some Squid Games. We've also got some Cartoon Network ones, of course. You know, you gotta love a bit of Cartoon Network, a little bit of Courage the Cowardly Dog. We've got some comic book ones there as well. We got some Lord of the Rings ones. We've got some Overwatch ones. I did actually have a lot more Overwatch ones, but I decided to get rid of a few of them just because I don't really play Overwatch anymore, so I'm just not like as into it as I was. But I kept a couple of my like favorite ones from like my favorite characters. And just on the left-hand side of that, near my kitchen, we've got this Akira poster. Obviously, Akira is one of the just best animes ever. Like, it's probably my favorite anime movie of all time. And underneath that, we've got some One Piece stuff here, as you can see. One Piece is literally my favorite anime of all time, so I've got a lot of like One Piece figures, and I used to collect super heavy on the One Piece stuff. I've stopped collecting since then because I mean I could have had a whole freaking room of like One Piece stuff, so I felt like I've got enough One Piece stuff for now. But yeah, we've got some Funko Pops there from One Piece. We've got the One Piece Monopoly, of course. We've got some like amazingly cool figures there. We've got Whitebeard in all of his muscular glory.
The One Piece is real!
We've got Big Mum there just underneath that, and some other cool figures that are just below that one. We've got Sanji there. We've got Smoker, of course. Left of that, we got some even more figures there, and above that, of course, we got more, and it just keeps going, lads. I've got so many One Piece figures. It's just, yeah, I had to sort of put an end to it because I just got too many of them, and there's so many One Piece characters, and you know, I could probably buy every single character if I wanted to, but I feel like I've got all the ones I really wanted. Okay then, boys, opposite that, we've got some more canvases here, okay? These are similar to the Akira ones. I actually got these from eBay. I think it was like a 3 for 2 deal, so I picked these two up here, and we've got the My Neighbor Totoro one, which is one of my favorite anime movies ever. It's just iconic. Spirited Away is probably my favorite Studio Ghibli movie. I absolutely adore it. Okay, I've watched this so many times. It's just incredible. And just next to that, lads, on my windowsill here, we got some like football trophies and some Muay Thai medals that I had back in the day. Obviously, like, I don't really play football or compete with Muay Thai anymore, but you know, I didn't want to get rid of those, so I just thought I'd put them on my windowsill in my game room. Why not? Down here, lads, you can see that we're having a bit of focus problems. I'm trying to get the focus here, but yeah, it's just absolutely awful. I mean, you literally can't see it. But basically, this is my manga collection. Okay, I don't like read too much manga these days, but you know, I've got a few like bits and bobs here. We've got the Tokyo Ghoul stuff there. I love Tokyo Ghoul. It's absolutely incredible. We've got Death Note, which is one of my favorite manga. We've got some Junji Ito there as well. So yeah, we've got quite a bit of manga, but not like tons. On top of the shelf, we've got some more figures there. We've got some Tokyo Ghoul and stuff. So yeah, some pretty cool figures there. And then next to that, we've got the Godzilla and Pulp Fiction posters. I absolutely adore that Godzilla poster. I mean, it's just like, look at it. I mean, it's just beautiful. Just next to that, boys, we've got even more figures. Okay, that's sort of a bit of a reoccurring theme with this game room. Is just I've just got a lot of figures and stuff, and obviously I've got to put them somewhere. So we've got the Attack on Titan ones there, and then underneath that we've got the My Hero Academia ones. Most of the My Hero Academia figures I've got are pop vinyls. I don't know why, but My Hero Academia pop vinyls are just like really cheap, so I ended up collecting a lot of them, and obviously they look really cool, so I was more than happy to add them. Next to that though, we got the Naruto figures, and I've got quite a few here, a few pop vinyls and a few figures. That Gaara figure was actually, I think, one of my first ever anime figures I bought. I think it might actually be the first one I bought. We got the Rock Lee one there as well. We've got the Naruto pop vinyl, so yeah, some pretty cool figures there. Right down here, boys, we've got the PS5 box. Just got to put it somewhere, and it's not a terrible place to put it, I suppose. And then we got the weight bench, which I mean, maybe not the best place to put it is in the game room, but I didn't know where else to put it, and it looks alright there. Above the bench, boys, we got my my CD player, okay, and we got some Chainsaw Man figures on top of that, as well as some like GTA soundtracks, okay, and I absolutely love these things, especially the Vice City box. The Vice City box looks incredible. Definitely one of my favorite parts of my collection, and of course the GTA Vice City soundtrack is ridiculously good. I cannot believe how many good songs are on the GTA Vice City soundtrack.
Banger after banger after banger after banger.
Okay then, boys, let's actually get to the part that you guys want to see, okay? The games, okay? The gaming part of the game room tour, okay? And look at it in all its beautiful glory. Of course, every game room needs a good place to sit, so of course we've got the sofa, somewhere to just chill out there, and we've got like a nice little one-piece blanket there to chill on. We've got this nice little Star Wars poster here, which of course is good. We've got the Last of Us one there as well. Persona 5, Crash Bandicoot, okay? You've got to have some good posters in a good game room. Over here, boys, we've got the CRT, and you can see me and my beautiful face there. I've only just recently picked up the CRT. I maybe had it like a couple days, so I've not had a chance to properly set it up yet, but it turns on, so I'm pretty sure it works. In order for me to like properly use it though, I need to get one of those SCART cables that you can plug like the red, yellow and white cables into, and I haven't actually got one around in my game room, so I've ordered one so that I can plug my PS1 and PS2 into it. Underneath it though, boys, you'll notice we've got some DVDs and stuff over there. That's just a place to like stash that temporarily. That's not going to stay there forever. I'm actually going to be buying a console, so that's going to be going where all this junk is at the minute. I'm not going to spoil what that console is because I'm sure I'll be talking about it in future videos, and underneath that there's a completely empty space. That's where I'm going to put the games for that console, so yeah, really looking forward to that one, and that's pretty much why I bought the CRT as for this new console, so yeah, super excited for that. Left hand side of that, boys, we've got the PS1 shelf, okay? This was from IKEA, this shelf, and I absolutely love it. I'm going to go through this like slowly, like, you know, just me panning up with the games so you guys get a chance to like have a look at what I've got in my collection. I love the PS1. It's one of my favorite consoles of all time. It was like one of the very first consoles I grew up with, so yeah, I've got some pretty cool games here, okay? Some absolute classics, of course, like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Fear Effect is one of the most underrated games, of course. We got Metal Gear Solid, which is absolutely iconic. Silent Hill there. Like, we got some really, really good PS1 games, and I adore the PS1. Like, I go back to it all the time. It's just such a great console. There's so many great games on it. There's so many underrated games. So many games that you discover and think, oh wow, I wish I grew up with that when I was a kid. But yeah, there's so many amazing games on that console. As you guys can see here, we've got like a bit of a cabinet here. That's where I store all my consoles, of course, and we've also got like a PS Vita collection, which I'll show you guys more deeply in a second. On top of it, we've got these like duck models and stuff. These like didn't sell that well, I don't think too many people bought these models, but I really like them. I think they're really quirky, you know. They're like video game like ducks, you know. I just think they're quite cool. Like, you got the Resident Evil Nemesis one there. I don't know, I just think it looks really cool. And as you guys can see, here's the Vita collection. I do absolutely adore the Vita. I think it's like super underrated as a console, so I do have a fair collection for it, because obviously the Vita games, there's not like so many of them. Like, it's a pretty niche collection, if you like. But yeah, I do have some pretty good games on there, some absolutely amazing games that I love on that console. Danganronpa is probably one of my favorite games, like, period, not just on the Vita, but just period. Yeah, this is my consoles here, boys. As you can see, lots of wires, okay? I've tried to hide them as best I can, but I'm really bad at cable management, so I've tried to just sort of hide them, so you can't quite see them, but if you obviously get close to it, you can see it. Over here, we got my gaming magazines. I used to collect PlayStation magazines all the time. Not so much now. I do pick up the odd one here and there, but I used to collect really heavily for it during like the PS3 and PS4 era. I just picked one out here at random, okay? That's 2017, so that would be PS4. Obviously, we've got the Big Daddy pop vinyl as well. It's one of my favorite pop vinyls ever. And on the right hand side of that, boys, we've got even more magazines, and we have my strategy guide collection, okay? I don't have like a crazy amount of strategy guides, but I've picked up the odd one here and there, and I just really love strategy guides. Like, I don't know, I'd much prefer having a strategy guide than looking them up on the internet. I find it better, you know. You don't spoil it for yourself when you go on YouTube and look up a walkthrough. That's what I end up doing if I have to look up something. With the strategy guide, it spoils less, I feel like, and also you get some really cool pictures and artwork and stuff, and yeah, I just prefer strategy guides. I kind of miss them. Okay then, guys, just above the TV, we've got like a lot more figures and stuff, okay? I've just gone for like a mishmash of random things. Some of it's gaming related, some of it's from TV shows, some of it's from anime. It's just from all sorts of different things. Like, we've got this Kirby keyring here, but next to that, we've got My Hero Academia, and then we've got Mario, but then there's also Squid Game stuff there, so it's just a mishmash of different things I've just had. You know, I just thought, you know what, let's just throw it all together, okay? There's lots of different posters from movies and stuff, and just like I said, a mishmash of different stuff. We've got the Star Wars poster there, which I absolutely love. We've got Princess Mononoke, Squid Game, like lots of posters, of course, and then in the middle, sort of more centrally, we've got some more figures there. We've got the Heihachi figure, which I got from the London gaming market. It was like super cheap, and I was always going to add that to my collection. We've got the Godzilla Godzilla stuff there. We've got the Godzilla Pop Final, which is awesome, and we got the Godzilla Showa collection, which was not cheap. Okay, that was very expensive.
I am never gonna financially recover from this.
We got the big Death Note figure there, and above that we've got some like Judge Dredd and RoboCop stuff. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. Okay then, guys, coming over to the right hand side. Okay, we've got this amazing Star Wars poster. I absolutely love this thing. It's just got like different Star Wars characters from the prequel era and obviously like the original trilogy. We got the play button there, of course, from my main channel. On the left hand side of that, we've got like my small little Nintendo shelf. I don't have like a ton of Nintendo stuff, but you know, obviously I have a little bit here. So we got some like Kirby stuff there. We got some DS stuff, and my Nintendo Switch there, of course. Just some really cool like Nintendo stuff I've had over the years. Underneath that, we've got a very new collection to me, which is the Game Boy collection. I've not been collecting Game Boy for a very long time, so I don't have a ton of Game Boy, but we've got some pretty cool games already. As you guys can see, these aren't like original cases. These are custom made cases by myself. I've made these myself. Collecting box Game Boy is just super expensive because obviously it's cardboard and not a lot of people kept it. Like a lot of people threw it away. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna make my own custom cases here. So obviously we've got the Mario Land 2 one there, which I made. We've got the Godzilla one there, which is awesome. I really love that cover art for that game, so that was fun to make. We've also got the Kirby Dream Land there, boys, which is one of my favorite covers. I don't know, I just really like that cover and it just looks awesome. And of course on the back there we've got a nice little cute Kirby, so you know, you gotta love a bit of Kirby. Underneath that, guys, we've got the Nintendo Wii and the GameCube collection. Both collections I don't have a ton for. I just not like a massive Nintendo Wii fan, so I picked up a few games here and there, like this Mad World here. I mean, Mad World's one of my favorite games of all time, so I absolutely had to have that one. But yeah, not too many Wii games. Nintendo Switch I've got a lot more for, as you guys can see. Not like a huge Nintendo Switch collection. I've seen like people have got a lot more, but I do really love Nintendo Switch, so I'm glad I've got some real gems here. But probably one of my favorite games on the system has got to be Cuphead. I absolutely adored Cuphead. Super difficult, but I just love it. And underneath that, boys, we've got the Nintendo DS and the 3DS collection. Okay, I grew up with a DS. Okay, it was one of my like favorite childhood consoles, of course. 3DS I don't have as much for. I've got a few games here and there, some really good ones, of course, but not as much for the 3DS than I do the original DS. And just next to that, lads, we've got this cardboard box here, which you might be wondering what the hell that is. It's literally just a place for me to store cables, controllers, stuff like that. On top of that, we've got the Tony Hawk Shred board, which I haven't used yet. I don't know if it's any good or not, but I'm going to be doing a video on that at some point. Next to that, we've got the God of War poster. I adore God of War, just the whole series in general. And then obviously below that, we've got some cool figures there. We've got the Spyro Teddy, which I actually found at a car boot sale for like £1, so I was always going to grab that. We've got this, which I got for my birthday, actually, I think, which is it's like a stress ball, but a PlayStation controller. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. That was from my mum. We got the PS3 Slim. We got a PS1 Slim there. I love the PS1, of course, so got to have the original hardware. I usually just play PS1 games on a PS2, but you know, I thought, you know, why not get a PS1 Slim anyway, because it's pretty cheap. Just after that, boys, we've got some of like my favorite PS3, PS4, and PS5 games. I just like picked randomly like games I really love from each of those systems, and just randomly like threw them together onto these two shelves here. So obviously Sekiro is pretty like my favorite game ever, not just PS4 but just period. We got Stellar Blade, which is obviously a recent purchase because it's only just come out, and I love that game. It's so good. And on top of that, boys, we've got some more Funko Pops from different games. We've got some more figures there. We've got the Doom figure. We got the Last of Us one there. So yeah, some really cool figures. Below that, we've got my very small but obviously very good PS5 collection. Most of the games I got for the PS5 I've completed. So I've tried to like not pick up too much for the PS5. I usually just pick up stuff that I really want to play. So yeah, my collection for the PS5, it might be small, but I have pretty much beaten all of these games. Below that, we've got the PS4 collection, of course, and there's some absolutely amazing games with the PS4. It's a great system, and I you know, obviously played a lot of games for it. I will say quite a few of the games for my PS4 are sort of like remasters. So obviously like the Last of Us remastered, and the Batman Arkham games remastered, the Bioshock collection remastered. I do have quite a few of that for the PS4, but yeah, there is still some incredible games. One of my favorite games has got to be Persona 5 Royale. I mean, you guys have seen the poster already, so you guys know I love that game. Right hand side of that, boys, we've got a samurai sword here. I feel like you got to have a samurai sword, you know, in every sort of man cave. I actually think that was I think it was a birthday present for my dad, actually. And above that, we've got some more Funko Pops from different games. Okay, we've got some Persona ones there, Last of Us, that sort of thing. And then right hand side of that, we've got some more posters. We've got this Naruto poster, and we've got this Star Wars sort of propaganda poster, which I thought was really cool. And then of course, lads, we have the PS2 collection. Okay, and yeah, I've got some absolutely bangers for the PS2. PS2 is probably my favorite system of all time, so I do have a lot of games, so much so that I've actually ran out of space for it on the shelf, and I had to start stashing it on top of the shelf. As you can see from the top shelf here, boys, I've tried to put my more like platinum games up there. I don't have a problem with platinum games, but I just don't like the fact that it's not uniform with the rest of the collection. It just, you know, it sticks out like a sore thumb. So I tried to keep that at the top. Now it's more uniform, you know. I want to keep the collection looking uniform, and obviously with the platinums up at the top, it makes it look a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. But yeah, lots of games for the PS2. Okay, there's some great games. There's some games that maybe aren't so good. So there's a little bit of hit and miss with the PS2. Like, not every game is an absolute 10 out of 10. But there's just so many fun ones, you know. And there's so many games that I've got memories of, nostalgia for. So yeah, lots and lots of games for the PS2 that I love. Probably my favorite has got to be Silent Hill 2. I absolutely adore Silent Hill 2. It's a game that just lives rent-free in my head.
I love you, bitch.
Okay then, guys, coming over to the PS3 collection. Okay, of course, there's some absolutely amazing PS3 games. I will say, like, probably my more favorite PS3 games I actually have remasters for the PS4, like I said. You know, like BioShock and Last of Us. Like, these are like some of my favorite PS3 games, but I've upgraded them, so I don't have as many like amazing PS3 games as I would have maybe if I didn't upgrade. But it doesn't take away from the games I've got for the PS3. There's still some incredible games here. Of course, you got like the Resistance trilogy, you got Red Dead Redemption, you got Portal 2, you got the original Dead Space. Like, there's some absolutely top tier games still for the PS3 that I have. I'd probably say one of my favorites has got to be Arkham Origins. I'm just shocked this game hasn't been ported over to the PS4, so I've still got the PS3 version here, but severely underrated Arkham game. And then below that, boys, we have got the PSP collection. Not too many PSP games. I did actually have like a lot more PSP, but I decided to get rid of a few because I just wasn't playing them, so I've just now kept it to more games that I'm actually going to play. So I still have some really good games here, but not as many as I used to. I really love taking a PSP camping and stuff, or just if I'm going out somewhere. It's just a great system that's just got so many great games. And then what I really like about it as well is you can watch those movies on there. You got the UMD movies as well, so it's just a great system if you want to watch movies or play games and stuff. And right now I'm bringing out the Ghost of Sparta there. That's probably got to be like maybe not my favorite game on the PSP, but it's definitely one of them. And the final thing in my game room that's worth highlighting, guys, is the Star Wars collection. Okay, I decided that I was going to make a fully dedicated Star Wars shelf because I just had so much Star Wars stuff from when I was a kid, and of course I love Star Wars, so I just accumulated everything I had in my collection, you know, that I just kept as a kid. So all my toys that I used to have, the original videotapes are there. We've got the Jar Jar Binks teddy that was, you know, from my childhood. We've got the Force attacks there, which I used to collect. They were just so fun to collect. I loved those. So yeah, just literally everything I had that's Star Wars, all the Funko Pops and everything. And I thought, you know what, I'm just going to build a shelf around that. So yeah, that's what all this is here. And these are all obviously Funko Pops, which I've got a lot of them because there's just a lot of Star Wars Funko Pops. My favorite's got to be that Jabba the Hutt one. The Jabba the Hutt one looks incredible, but still, like, the Darth Maul one's great. You got the Luke Skywalker one there, which I love. The Rogue One ones, I honestly think Rogue One is probably the only good Disney movie that they made, so I do think Rogue One was pretty good, so I do have some Rogue One ones there. We've got the Han Solo in carbonate, we've got the Darth Vader, so yeah, some pretty amazing pop vinyls. But yeah, guys, that is pretty much my game room, okay? That is everything there is to see about it, okay? Obviously, this is a lot different to what it was a year ago. I only just moved into this place about a year ago, so when I first showed you this game room, it was pretty bare bones and it was sort of cobbled together, but obviously now it's a lot better, okay? It looks a lot better, it's a lot nicer, and it's just, yeah, it's really good, and I'm just really happy with it right now. I do want to make improvements, obviously. It's not a finished article. I will be adding more things to my collection, so this game room will change probably next year, and it'll hopefully be even better. But yeah, from what I've got of it so far, I'm really happy. So yeah, very, very chuffed with the way the game room looks right now. Okay then, guys, I think that's going to wrap up today's video, okay? I hope you guys enjoyed looking at my game room, okay? If there's any, like, suggestions you guys want to let me know in the comments, like maybe some things I should be adding to my game room, you know, just cool things, or maybe there's some games I'm missing that I should be adding to my game collection. Whatever it is, boys and girls, let me know in the comments. Other than that, though, subscribe here if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one, alright? Peace.